Did we restart? Hey, Leslie, let's try to finish the video that we did last night. You had just talked about how you incorporated with strength. Someone had made a comment that they preferred the with strength over with ease. And again, there's nothing wrong with incorporating anything that helps you generate the query. You know, if you have a great sensation and feeling around that way to verbalize it, that is fine. And it's all personal preference. We'll still be resonating together without any question. So, but with the with strength, I think how you put it was really, really, really excellent. That there was, for an athlete, they have to come to it and they have to practice and they have to be at it in order for the day of the performance. It's not when you're practicing. It's like that's the day you got to perform. And so, like I have to start a good 20 minutes before I do the query in order to generate myself in a way that works and that feels and it feels good. That feels like it's generating in a way that the query is connecting. And so, yeah, there's again no issue with adding anything to the query at all. And again, I liked how you put with strength. So if your person wants to do that and resolve that with themselves, that feels better or that creates a greater resonation for them. But again, the with ease is me not trying to do it out of some brute force mechanization. It's honoring the capacity of the spiritual world for me to connect to the spiritual world. And that's where I see the work to be done, is for me to connect to the spiritual world. So with that said, perhaps we can, I hope that helps round out the discussion from where you had it. And so
my point about the athlete is that ease comes with increased strength, that the more one develops strength and agility through sustained practice, then the ease comes with that. So that the ease that with which we enact the query has to do with our training and our strength and athleticism, not the kind of ease that might be implied by looking for the easy way out. And I think that was part of the concern.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that there was that.
Who
that was. Yeah, I agree. To have that more fully defined is good.
And also, I mean, as far as the spiritual aspect versus the physical hard work aspect of it, I've always been trained to understand that prayer goes hand in hand with action. That focused action is prayer in the physical, and
Sure.
that it's like we walk between the worlds as human beings. We're a bridge between the spiritual and the physical world, and we try to understand the correspondences in our private life and the correspondences in our public life of how spiritual forces are manifesting in our life and in the flow of events in the public domain. So we're always walking on 2 feet, and we're always walking between the worlds. We have 1 foot in the spirit world, and we have 1 foot in the physical world. And sometimes the only action that we can perform is the spiritual service of prayer. And sometimes the only action that we can perform is donning a yellow vest and showing up at a demonstration at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Some of us are fortunate enough to have the energy and the reserve to do both. But either way, for us to ascend to the level where the query, the command from within the I am presence becomes immediately manifest in the physical world. I'm not sure about other people who are in the prayer group, but I haven't attained that pinnacle of spiritual power. So in the meantime, I try not to pretend to be on my evolution, although I practice toward that point of evolution, which is where I think you're coming from, is that we do need to practice the kind of faith, the kind of decree, the kind of determination that if as a son or daughter of God, a son or daughter of light, we decree that from within the mighty I am presence, that it will be done physically one way or the other. And that kind of absolute faith, I think, is absolute knowledge, that absolute experience, I think, is what is wrapped up in the experience with the centurion that you spoke of.
Yes, well put. I don't want to make the video too long, so I think that's a great place to stop. I concur with that thought, and I hope that is helpful for the rest of the team to understand the perspective behind the query and doing other work. Thank you.
Okay, well, we send love and blessings to